guys, join fast. Okay, so I think 2-3 audiences started joining. So welcome back, friends, to Astro Planetary Dance, the dance of planet. So you are watching Sinha on Astro Planetary Dance. So I already pinged messages to people that yes, I am coming live on at 12 today, and we will be discussing a very important event, which is the conjunction. So this year we will have a conjunction, a very important conjunction, and why I said you made this video, because this is gonna bring, it's a matter of patience, it's a matter of soul desire, a lot of things is involved, and the effect of it will not be for us or 2 months time. It is gonna be till, it will start from 6th of March 2019 and it will go up to January 2020. So this becomes an important and a very important event, and that is the reason I wanted you guys to join. People who think and who feel like that, okay, let me just join when my ascendant or my Rashi comes in, is not a good idea. Why? Because these are not predictions. These are the things which you need to understand, because I don't know your planetary position, I don't know your country, and even if I events you are looking for, but that depends a lot on every individual, no matter you are which ascendant or which exact Rashi or Lagni you are, but depends a lot on that. Okay, that is the reason I said, and I mentioned in my only that please start and watch from the very first beginning, because eventually what happens once the video is uploaded, go back and try to see your Rashi, your ascendant, what is going to happen with my Rashi without understanding the basics. And the basic, what are the basics? The basics are to understand the planet first, then the kind of Ketu it rules, the kind of significance it has. A lot of things you need to understand before even thinking of looking at predictions. Predictions are not right thing. Okay, so let's start. People have already joined, and watch it from, again I'm directing, people keep on asking this question by pinging that should I watch it from my Lagn, Rashi, or what I see in newspaper. So again repeating, do not watch it from what is written in newspaper, that your birth has your birth time is from, your birth month is from this month to this month, you are this sign. No, that is just 5% or 10%, because that talks about your soul. You need to watch this particular video, number 1 from Lagn, number 2 should be from your Rashi. Lagn will tell you what exactly situations are gonna be around. Rashi is like where your moon is placed. Rashi will tell you that how your mental conditions will be at that particular time. So there are two different things. Apart from this, I would also suggest people who are in family life. So for example, your wife, your son. So all these three people have different ascendant, different moon Rashi. And for example, if I am talking about you as an individual, that yes, you may change the residence, you may go away from family. Is the same kind of conditions are also applying in your spouse's kundli or in your kids' kundli? That yes, you will be, you will have a distant relation with your father, you will have a distant friendship, or distant, your father will be staying somewhere else, you will not be, or your father is not going to engage that much with you, or your spouse will be very busy at this particular schedule. So you can make a combination of all these three, and then you can understand yourself that what event is going to happen, or what event we need to focus on. So it's very important. That is the reason I say always watch for yourself, your Lagna and Rashi, and then also watch for your kids, your spouse. In case if you're not married, then How is the condition going for your father, mother? So these kind of things, if you know the Rashi or ascendant of your father or mother or your spouse, whomsoever it is. Okay. So now let's start. So you understand first, what is Saturn? Saturn is a very karmic planet. It talks about the karmic unfilled deed of your past lives. It gives you a lot of weight on yourself because it's a very heavy and a very large planet. It moves very slowly. It will not be giving you results like this. It will not be giving you. It will delay all the significance it carries, and it will also delay the places where it is stationed in your main kundali. Also, when it gochars, it will be, talking about the significance of those places. Apart from this, Saturn is like the repetitive work, doing the same thing again and again. It is also the karmic planet for your job and job professional status. It is people who are working under you. It is again a planet which gives you a lot of responsibility. So what normally happens? We get a lot of responsibility, pissed off, we start getting in fear, tension and all these things. And then we say that, okay, I am going through a lot of tension. It is not that. It is about owning responsibility. It is about discipline. It is about ensuring that the co-workers, not co-workers in fact, people who are working under you, people who are working and serving your home, the servants, the laborers, people who are working under you, your subordinates, all these people are Saturn. So don't go back and say that you have become Shani for me to any of your employees. They are not become Shani for you. They are the people who are working with you. They are the people who you owe a responsibility. So this is the way how Saturn has to be understood. It is sorrow. It is a big giant with a lot of gases, which creates a lot of issues in the stomach. It is a large giant and responsible for the larger part of your bones. Saturn, apart from this, is not very happy with moon, which means your mind. So you don't tone your mind, so it will impact. Saturn talks about what you did not did in your past births or you did not did right. So any kind of karmic balance it comes with in your main chart. It also comes in your transits. That these are the karmas which you have not dealt with properly, or you have done something disastrous on that particular area. So he will talk about the punishment. He will talk about the law, adhering law, making policies and asking people to adhere with the policies, do right. These are the significance of Saturn. Now Ketu is coming here. What is Ketu? Ketu, you can tell them a demon, but they are not. Ketu is a very spiritual planet. It is detachment. It is going into a higher, status of learning. It is talking about connecting yourself with the divine. You don't have a head. So it is like multi-directional planet, a very funny multi-directional planet. It is not very sure which direction to go. It also talks about the karmic things it is taking from the past birth, and it also talks about that I have already done it. I will not do it again. It will make the things let go. It is not interested in any kind of materialistic pleasure. Apart from this, it is the co-ruler of Mangal, the Rashi of 8, which is the Scorpio, which is a transformation Rashi, and also of sudden ups and downs. Mars being the inside energy, it creates Ketu doing sudden events. So it depends where it sits, where it is, and it will do accordingly. It will not be hopping for a lot of materialistic pleasure. At the same time, the other wing of it, which is Rahu, it will always be obsessed and passionate about the second house of it. So for example, somebody have a Rahu in second house and Ketu in 8th house. Ketu will be talking about spirituality, astrology, occult science and these kind of things. When Rahu will just be interested in dragging the money from there to their wealth house because it is sitting in their wealth house. Okay. Now this conjunction is gonna be for 1 year, close to a 1 year, like 10 months, 12 months. The conjunction is gonna happen till January 2020, and it will start from 6th of the March. Now, how it will impact and how it will be talking about different planetary positions in your chart, in your kundali. Also, it depends upon what kind of a score Saturn is giving. It also depends upon the original placement of Saturn, original placement of Ketu in your kundali. In case if you are going from a good Saturn dasha, things will go good, or good Ketu dasha, things will be going good. Especially for people of Virgo, Aquarians, people with Gemini, people even with Venus as a lung like Taurus, they will still have relief. Okay, so now let's start with the Rashis. We'll be talking about Rashis. Okay, so Ketu is also Cutter and a separative planet, mind it. I think some internet problem, some people are getting logged in, logged out continuously. Guys, as I said, watch from the start, that's important. Okay, so now let's go for the first one, which is Aries. For Aries, okay, before going for Aries, I would like to tell you, so how to manage this particular, the basic rule of managing this particular conjunction. The basic rule for managing this particular conjunction is to owe responsibility properly. Do not think of futuristic things of the significance or how it is. Just think the current situation, owe responsibility, work towards it, and at the same time, Ketu will be making you, Ketu and Saturn conjunction will be making you lethargic as well. Do not become lethargic. At the same time, use Ketu as well for the spiritual aspect of that particular house. Do not get obsessed for that particular house. Do not, for example, somebody in second house or first house, even second house, he will be obsessed over it. Ketu is not wanting the wealth. He is not interested in family things. He just wanted to keep himself away from those things. And here, Saturn is already moving very slow. And its nature is to give you the things, but it will be giving very slow. Suddenly, your mind and your mental status will be talking about, I want this, I want this, I want this, because in the wealth house, Saturn will be dealing the problem that you want those things very quick. It will not let you happen the things go quick. It will be giving you in a very slow mode. So patience is very important during this conjunction. So let's start with Aries. Somebody can mention the timing of Aries, which is 13.13 or 14, and please make a WhatsApp to me once I'm done with the video. Now Ketu is and Rahu, I'm sorry, from March 6, Saturn is already in your 9th house. Now here Ketu will also be joining this house in the month of March. This is the house of long distance travel, your father, your dharma, so it will be bringing change, your second child. So this will be bringing the changes related to this significance. So for example, it's like, the changes gonna happen there, and it is in the sign of dharma itself, and it is in dharma trikona itself. So your belief system towards dharma, towards father, towards your your travel, your foreign aspects, your father, your way of managing, these things will, your luck, these things will take a transformation. So here you will be getting confused because Ketu is without a head. It will create confusion. Where am I going? I'm like being with my father and doing all these things. Am I doing right? Do I need to do it? It will get you confused. And it will be deleting a lot of things of this particular house and will be adding new to it. And this will be the change which you will be experiencing. Do not get fear of these changes, because these changes will be going good. It is going in your dharma trikona, so it will be giving better results. However, at the time of transformation, you might feel very fat, like forced. You may be forced to take up some travel which you don't like, which you don't want, but you have to take it. Now, how you take it is the next question. If you take it properly, if you take it right, things will go good. Own that responsibility. Do not just try to be lazy or just try to avoid that particular travel. Do it. Your family life will be getting affected during this period, and you may face like idealistic differences between you and your father. Both of you will be like east and west kind of direction. You will not like to hear him, and this will create a kind of separation, a distance with your father. The suggestion would be to respect and hear him out what he says, because Saturn is an old guy. He's not father, but he's an old guy. Hear to him. What do you want to say? Your relationship with your father, gurus, these will change or make a transformation. The opinion difference will be there. Your responsibility related to travel, father, second kid, dharma, all these things are gonna be, in a changing mode. As of now, in case if you're looking for a second child, I would not suggest right now, although the things happen as per the, destiny. You cannot change it. But yes, in case if you can avoid, do that, because what will happen this time, someone old, someone from your ancestors or very close group will be rebirthing to your place, and it will again come with a lot of karmic balance, so may put you in trouble in in completing the deed of the past birth. So as of now, try and avoid. You might pilgrimage, you might think of going to some long distance travel for any kind of dharmic yatra, which is going to be a little painful. So just because of that pain, do not avoid that. Otherwise, the pains will be coming in different areas. In case if you are looking to invest somewhere, be very, very careful. Because do not come in any kind of, very progressive plan, because you may think of a progressive plan and it can, get you in terms of losing out that particular aspect, because Ketu here sitting is into a mode of changes, let go, don't want, I've already done it, I don't want these things. He is hardly interested in these things. He is just interested in a spiritual arena, right? So finances needs to be overall, not only for you, most of the ascendant Rashi, the finances needs to be very carefully analyzed before doing any kind of investment, because Ketu, like second house, fourth house, fifth house, comes in a speculation, fourth in your family property. So anywhere it is, it will be creating issues related to finances and all these things, because he's not interested in those things. Okay, I have written do not go for second child. Yes, I have already written that. So it will create a lot of hurdles, responsibilities. I will not say hurdles, is the kind of responsibility, because of which you might, your mental conditions, so some people who have Aries moon, their mental conditions will be, oh my god, so many responsibilities, so many things, father is not listening to me, I am doing this puja, it is not working, I don't want to do this puja, this dharmic pattern is bad, I don't want to do it. A lot of, like any other politician, they are a strong believer of, or a strong, they take them as a good model. Their opinion towards them will change. They will say, no, am I doing right supporting this guy? Yes, no, maybe changes will happen. They will think for some other people that yes, this person can be good. In case in politics, do not mess, do not okay, got disconnected. And if you honestly looking for a second marriage, is not a great time. But yes, marriages are happen, and the karmic balance which you have to go through will happen. So second marriage also comes with a lot of responsibility. So here you need to do the right karma towards yourself. You have already been divorced and you are going for a second marriage. It's not bad, not good time in terms of you cannot avoid all the times. But now here it will come with a lot of responsibility. It will be you might be feeling, even if you do the second marriage, you might be feeling very separative. Do I need to do that? I did that. I don't want to do this second marriage. Let it go off. I don't want that. At the same time, the other planet will be putting the responsibility. Go for the second marriage. Now, post-marriage, if you don't owe the responsibility properly, the adverse situation may again encounter. In case if you're looking for a higher education, higher admission, MS, like post-graduation admission, you are facing trouble, or if you're trying to get an admission into a foreign country, it might be a repetitive situation. So it will delay. And that will be unnecessarily creating anxiety and fear in you. Do not get fear, just do what is to be done. Suppose they reject, no problem. You have to reapply, they ask you to reapply, redo. Just remember my words. It will ask you to do so. Take it, okay, fine. Do not just, oh my God, I got rejected, now the things will not happen. My dream towards going to a foreign country is demolished. No. Go back, take the paper, whatever the task needs to be done, do it, submit it off. Again gets rejected, not a problem. Do the task, submit it off. It will give you the results. Okay. Now let's come for Taurus. Taurus, I'm starting from 22.44. Ketu is in 8th house and Saturn is already there. Here, your health can directly get affected. And health will be like, it may decline further. Saturn and Ketu being there will be putting up responsibility and rejection, both the things. It's a combination of owing responsibility and someone being casual. I have already done it, I will not do it again. So do these kind of two combinations coming in. It will detach you towards your happiness of married life, sexual aspects. It will detach you from your sasural, your in-laws house. And at the same time it will be putting the responsibility towards those things, and which you will not like to take it. But you have to take it. And people like anyone, any child who is going to take birth during this particular conjunction will have a lot. And people who are not being healthy, not going good, but still the longevity is going to be good. Your interest towards spirituality, digging deeper, understanding the black arena, the things which you are not able to see from the common eye, the normal eyes, these things will go up. You will like to go and understand what is behind. It will be, people will be like in oil industry, they will be doing well, and there can be a chances of fire as well. So people who are working in any oil, gas, or any digging industry, researching industry, or making some chemical combinations, they should be very careful, because this may lighten up a fire. Okay, you will automatically get a lot of sense from your subconscious mind, and it will be, a lot of times it will be negative one. You will be getting unnecessary negative thrills of what do you say, intuitions. Do not be more into it. Do not drink and drive, because it's an also, like I said, accidents. It can be anything. Fire is major, but other things can also happen. So just be very careful. In case of income tax, so this will be disturbing the spouse's family, spouse's relationship, insurance, any kind of property related hurdles, income tax, insurance. These things are gonna be putting problems to you. So for example, as I said, drive carefully. You may get into accident. You get into accident, and then you wanted to claim some insurance. You wanted to get some insurance things done for you, and you might see that, oh my God, I have not done my insurance on time. So better, in case if you have not done it, please do it. Taxes, insurance, these things may get affected, and you may not be able to avail the benefit, and it will be giving a financial loss, because that will have to be spent from your own pocket. Now, towards the happiness of married life, you will feel very separative towards sexual aspects, towards all these things. You will feel like, I've done a big mistake. I should have not got married. Again, a transformation is being there in case people who are looking for a divorce and the divorce case is filed at this time. It will be coming with a very harder note. So for people who has to pay the alimony, they may be asked to pay a hefty amount. So at one part it will be owning responsibility, and the second part it will be detached. So it will not detach that easily. It will be putting up a lot of heavy weight with detachment. So you need to balance both the things properly. And as I said, it's a house of like death, rebirth as well, transformation. So don't take everything as a death, but yes, it can create the death of the things of that particular house. Like I'm talking about the divorce, so you may get separated. The old things will vanish, new things will enter. That kind of situation it is creating. Okay? Fights with friends may happen. Income may like decline in income. Not necessarily income decline. It can be like you have to pay off related to your sasural, your happiness of married life or accident. These kind of situations are coming in. You just need to be very careful. And some of you, I'm very sure, with Taurus ascendant or Taurus Rashi, you might have started facing accidents or any kind of hurt, issues in your body parts, or sudden accidents, falling from chair, falling in the washroom, these kind of things. And secret place, so people may fall in the washroom. So just be very careful when you are in washroom. Suddenness of Ketu may ask you to propel the accelerator on a very higher note. Saturn will be trying to keep you matured, owning responsibility, rules and regulation. And Ketu through the Martian energy may suddenly ask you to put the accelerator very high. And you might feel thrill, and at that thrill will be, you understand what it can happen. Just be careful. Go to a doctor, consult a doctor, and take advice of him for any kind of health issues. Now for Gemini, which we are starting from 28-32. I can see very less people joining today. Either there is a network problem because people are joining, again getting locked out, again joining. Can somebody ping? Is there any internet problem at your end? Because I can see a lot of people joining, it is going up to a lot of numbers and then again coming down to a very minimum one. Can somebody ping? And guys, do not miss to like the video because it keeps on posting to, adding other people also watch it. So please like the video, and people who are not subscribed, please subscribe the video. So Gemini, we are starting from 29th minute. So Saturn already in 7th house, creating a lot of issues in terms of relationship, putting up the burden already, and Ketu joining here from March 6 will create difficulties in marriage, disputes, disagreement, kind of very separative kind of relationship, slow relationship, sudden aggression, right? Do not doubt on your spouse's loyalty and stay positive, because Saturn also creates boundary. I do not see that this will create any kind of problem. Geminis are normally not that great in terms of relationship, but still, people who are looking for separation may separate. And at this particular time, do not be in any kind of partnership. Try and avoid going in any kind of partnership. Ensure that you do not hurry, do not be aggressive in any kind of partnership, because this is gonna take you into a wrong direction. Do not hurry. In case if you are making a partnership, your original kundali is good in terms of partnership. You can, but do not hurry, because past life lessons are in 7th house right now. And again, a conflict between these two planets. It will be putting you up in that kind of tug of war. Business people, if do not deal it properly, your business will suffer, and your difference of opinion at your business partner may cause losses between you and your partner or your ancestor property as well. Okay? Which is the house of marriage and partnership. Do not put any aggression, do not put any sudden behaviors towards these things, otherwise it will harm you. Now about Cancer ascendant or Cancer Rashi. Saturn already in your house of enemy, disease, issues, problems, jobs, obstacles, mothers, brothers, house. These places Saturn is already being there. And here Ketu joins. So relationship with your mother's side may not go that great. Also, changes in job. So what will happen? This will change the things significance, like your daily routine may change. Your job may change. Your relationship with your subordinates will change. Right? Need to ensure you deal properly with your stomach and change the eating habits. So basically means adding up a new lifestyle, a good and a positive lifestyle which is connected towards your health. It can also get you through and see what all situation you are going in case if somebody is going through some appendicitis or related problems already, and Cancerians have a higher opportunity, and by chance your Saturn is in the original 6th house of your Kundli, your stomach issues will further start up. Okay, but yes, if you transform this particular house, if you transform the eating habit, your exercise and all this, then it can go towards a positive direction. So as I said, that these are both the things. The things are there only. You can turn it into positive, or you can leave it towards negative. Because the conjunction is not that great. But how it is great? With the kind of karma and the inputs you can do at this particular time, it will be forming a great yoga. Be very careful while you are talking to somebody, because you can use harsh words, and especially towards your mother's side. Eat healthy food, stay very active, because a major health issues can come. Take medical advice immediately in case if something is going on like this. At your workplace with your juniors, there can be situations when you have a higher conflict. Avoid it. Do not get into any kind of conflict. Do not spend in unnecessary things which is not required. Any kind of financial, as I said in most of the things, any kind of financials needs to be taken care of very carefully. Do not just go back and sign any document. Do not just go back and buy something. And this time I do not see a good support from your subordinates. So people who are working under you, they may not be that supportive. They may be into a different direction. Just a moment, somebody rang the bell. Somebody rang the bell. Okay. So make a correlation, speak with them well, and try to adjust the situation, making it towards, do some team activity, do some engagement activity with them, so that they can connect well with you. Things will go fine. For Leo, it is in the 5th house. Saturn already in 5th house, creating the slowness in your creativity right now. That kind of aggression in your thinking is not there right now. And Ketu comes here. So here I would suggest, in case if you are going through, you want the first child, you are trying for it, it may not be that fruitful right now for Leo. Your creativity, the way you think, it will change. The way you think, the way you, and people who are in movie, television, these kind of people may think of changing their patterns. For example, somebody making movies or serials on say, they will turn this action towards some kind of suspense, some kind of you understand, the darker side. They will be coming up with these kind of serials, these kind of movies, this kind of creativity. Their creativity pattern will completely change. They may now be known as an horror showmaker, okay, or kind of spiritual TV serials, movies, these kind of things. They will be trying to make in. They will be trying to connect the things towards rebirth movies. These kind of things they will try to make it. You will be feeling disappointed towards your kids and new progeny. In case if you are looking for, it will create problem. Somebody just pinged me. Okay, it's been now so much of time, and then somebody is pinging that I'm joining. And in case again the first child will be coming from your past births, coming up with, in case if it happens, it will be coming up with your past births and will be giving the results of the karma which you have done with that guy in your past births. It will be coming up with that kind of situations. Students will be facing a lot of difficulties in concentrating, because this time they will be like do this, do that, do that. Concentration is not gonna happen. And at the same time there will be a pressure of examination or courses or whatsoever he or she is doing, and multi-directional with a lot of responsibility in front of you. See, zapped situation. So what do you need to do? Simple remedy. Concentrate on the study you are doing right now. So for example, somebody is looking for a IIT examination and he has to go for a +2 examination right now. Good that you have to prepare for your IIT. So do not just connect everything and everything right now. Okay, let me read this chapter as well because this will be helping in my... Right now, see the examination of your final examination is in front of you. So focus on that thing. Oh, that responsibility first. It will automatically connect to your future. Do not just, okay, medical or this chapter, that chapter. Do not just connect from the future one. Connect it from the right now what it is required. Then only you can concentrate. It's a lot. And the main focus, the responsibility which is in, you will not be able to own it. And that will be anything else if I am missing? Trust factors. Trust factors needs to be very calculated. Do not just be blind and trusting, because Ketu is also blind. Coming up, he's saying, okay, very casually, okay. And you know what is going to happen, because he do not care what is going to, what losses. Somebody is saying, okay, leave this examination. It may be anyone, a friend or anyone is coming to you, leave this examination, or your girlfriend. He said, okay. There will be problems in your love affairs. Financially, it will be a tough time. Disputes, disagreement. Okay. Apart from this, there can be a spouse, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend coming to your place, or the things which you have done to them in your past birth. So it may be that you get into a love affair and eventually it is getting ended into a lot of issues, because this love affair may put a burden on you which you don't want, which you don't want it. So just be very careful for these things. Be careful with your money. Set your love, your partner or your whomsoever you love, with your rude and arrogant behavior. Okay. Try to understand the feelings, because 5th house is the creative. So your feelings will also change towards that person. So make it a positive one. If it goes negative, it will be creating a lot of trouble. So in case if you're in love affairs, make the feelings will change. The point here is that the feelings will change. The pattern of looking at her, or the lady looking at her boyfriend, will change. But see the positive changes. Do not just make it very negative, otherwise it will demolish. Now for Virgo, Saturn already in 4th house, creating to your mother's health. For Virgo, I have started with 42/18. Virgo people, their relationship with mother would have been impacted in the last post 2017 itself. Now here, or their health, mother's health, issues in any kind of discussion with mother. Comfort, vehicle may have some minor dents, accidents, these kind of things that would have happened. Some minor dents, accidents, these kind of things that would have happened. Now Ketu joining here. So I just missed to say in the initial, this is a kind of Shapit Yog. It is like the things which you have not done right reduce the benefit of that particular house, the happiness of that particular house, because of your past karmas. So here what is happening? Saturn already being there, Ketu coming and joining this particular place, so this will create further distance from your mother, family, house, home, vehicle, property. This kind of situation. This also talks about a move house, changing of the job place, changing of residentials, changing of country, because in changing of residentials, changing of country, because in a lot of cases, both being in 5th house, it will not let you stay at your home, right? So it will throw you away from your home. So it can be these kind of changes. Okay, so it can be these kind of changes. Okay, the comfort may not be that high. Your focus towards your work, you might be loaded with a lot of official work, because of which this can be other sense that you don't have time. You are doing a lot of work, maybe official, or even if you are a businessman, or if you're doing some business, whatsoever you're doing, you are very, very, very highly engaged in that. You don't have time for your family and friends, family, mother, and your comfort. So that will reduce the comfort. Not for all people who have good Saturn, people who have good Ketu, or their Dashanta Dasha is very supportive, so it will not happen. But yes, this is the basic tone. Some of the other way, it will create that distance. Expenses will exceed at your home, because it will be putting up responsibility towards your home. Workload will increase, leading a busy schedule. So overall, it's a kind of disturbance at your health, mother's house, right? And you will be unnecessarily suffering from mental stress. Very easy to manage. Just silence. Stay happy. Things will definitely move well. Whatever I said, it will be into a very different mode. Suppose, for example, somebody gets a visa. Somebody, don't think from wrong perspective. Again, I said, it's the way you direct it. Somebody getting a visa to go US, somebody getting a job transfer to US or UK, Canada. A lot of people have this kind of dream. Suddenly he gets a transfer, and Ketu being the lord of your what do you say, what I was saying, yeah, Ketu being there, suddenly it will be moving you out of the country. Saturn already being there, it is already slowly and gradually is making that sense. So for a lot of people who have good Saturn, who have good Ketu, or any such conjunction of 12th house, 8th house, 9th house, 3rd house, these kind of conjunctions are there. It will put him this time. Go abroad and will lead a very good life, but at the same time, initial phase, he will be away from the family, pain, sorrow, unnecessary mental anxiety. I'm not with them for family. How is my son? How is my son? How is my wife? How is my mother? Distance from mother. You will be moving out. Your mother will be staying somewhere else. Home, comfort, vehicle, all these things. You are away from all those things. So this can also be a very good transit, but if taken in the right direction. but you've got to transfer to some very nice and a very good place. So initial hiccups, but can be a good for you. Now let's go for Libra. Libra, for you, it is transiting in the house of your siblings, short distance travel, your subconscious mind, your communication house. So, it is supposed to put, Saturn is already there. So, it has already, Ketu alone would be giving a lot of courage and all these things. But here, you may get into some fracture, some kind of issues on your hand towards the longer bone of your body. Hand, right? Normally, it will be moving away with all these comforts and it will be making you a little fearful. Do not come in fear for no reason. Normally, single Ketu in this house becomes very good. However, here Saturn joins in. So people who are waiting for promotions and at their workplace, ideally they should, but Saturn coming here will be putting up more responsibility, more sorrows, more examinations to you. If you keep patience and go through the phase, you will get promoted, or else it will not let you promote. Ketu is hardly interested to get promoted, right? And situation will even come towards that you will be switching up the job. Not bad, because this can give you a good opportunity, but just be very careful in switching this job. As I said, hands may create injuries, you will financially benefit it, your income will increase, but adding to your bank balance will again, so all this thing will happen with hindrance. You will try to impress people from your words, but if you be very fast in speaking, it will not help you. If you do a matured speaking, a very cool, calm, and with a lot of right knowledge and data, you will excel, or else you will not be able to impress your people. Short trips, if it comes on your way, please take it. Do not just, don't take it because I am saying short trips will not be that beneficial. It will just be putting more responsibility to you. It will benefit at the end. So overall, both the planet gives you that energy to balance. You have to balance this particular house. So if you take that particular responsibility, if you take that particular examination properly without cripping and crying, right, it will help you to grow and beneficial. The phase will be tough. You might have to travel a lot. So what? At the end, it will give you benefit. If you avoid, if you start cripping, crying, it will demolish the happiness of that house. It will not be letting you for the next year, 1 year, and it will also impact thereafter as well. But don't do that. Now for Scorpio. Scorpio, I am starting from 50.12. Scorpio, second house of wealth, family, lineage, speech, face. Please take care of your teeth, your face part. It may impact it negatively. Your eyes, your speech, your tongue, all these things can get impacted. Do not borrow, do not lend money to somebody until and unless it is very much an utmost important and actually owes some responsibility towards it. Otherwise, don't do it. A lot of stress may generate because it is transiting on the second house of your face, connecting to your brain as well. Not good for your health. Just go to a doctor, get regular checkups, right? Let me just read it out. So basically, second house, coming in second house is you have to be careful of your speech. You may speak harsh speech suddenly in the environment of your family lineage, because Ketu is not interested there. He may just let it go. I don't care. And this will create issues in your family. So you need to be very careful of your speech, and family life will be disturbed. Certain misunderstanding could lead into any kind of dispute. So that is the reason I'm saying just be very silent in any kind of family gatherings. Expenses will shoot up. If you try to accumulate wealth, that will not happen easily. It will take a lot of time. Now, loss of wealth. Mm, you might stay away from your family. And this is also a time when you will be like, you may abuse people, verbally abuse people, say wrong words, be saying very bad to them. Don't do that. It's a testing kind of period. So in case if you're not able to earn well, if you're doing a business, not able to earn a lot of wealth the way you have been expecting, do not lose patience, because if you just try to make it fast, because what will happen? You will try to make the money fast. It will not happen. You will get frustrated, irritated, and then you will say that things are very bad for me, and you will get frustrated, and all the things, good things which can happen with the patience, slow and steady growth, that will go away from you, because Ketu is not interested in wealth, and you are trying to just put on, I want this, I want this. It will not get you that. Rahu at the second end, it will also create a lot of good knowledge, good, you may also feel ghost encounters, supernatural activities, or any kind of dreams, intuitions, these kind of things. You will be also like to read several good texts, acquiring knowledge. So take that thing, go more and more into that. Not just for wealth. Do not try to cheat in income tax, sales tax, any kind of taxes. Okay. Now let's go for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I am starting from 5346. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, it is coming on yourself, because it is coming on your ascendant itself. So it will be giving a mixed kind of result. Here, Saturn already being there, putting up a lot of responsibilities on you. Take this, take ownership. Take the responsibility of your family, take the responsibility of your siblings, take the responsibility of your job and profession house. These things are already being connected by Saturn. It is talking about these three things. Right? You, yourself, as an individual, to be disciplined, take care of yourself, take responsibility, burden, and all these things. And along with that, it is also talking about take up the short travels, siblings, and all these things. And finally, towards the house of your job, profession, status, it is already giving you a lot of, what do you say, responsibilities. Now, Ketu is joining here. It will be like, it will be keeping you separated. You will be feeling like, why I am here? Because so many responsibilities. You might think, this life is useless. I don't know why I am here. I should have died. I should have left all these things. I don't want these things. These kind of things. You will be feeling very separative. You will feel alone in the world, because the kind of responsibility Saturn is already being imposing. You might not feel to, do the right makeup, getting yourself stylish. Now Ketu coming here is talking about the transformation. You want to do it. Take care of your health. If you're fat, try and reduce your weight. Take haircuts. Make up yourself. Okay? And do not let this responsibility coming on your head and being frustrated. Instead of that, there's another way of thinking the same thing. Why I am here? Think in the right direction. Think from a direction that yes, I am here to do something good. I am here to take the responsibility of my job. I have to support so many people. That is the reason I have taken the birth. A lot of people working under you, or you are working for anything. Tell them, okay, this is the purpose I am here for. And then try to connect with the divine. It will giving you amazing soothing. Your responsibility will be dealt very carefully, very, very nicely. and you will feel happy. You will feel separative, but be separate. You will not be liking the social circle, you will not be liking to be in gathering and all these things, but it will connect it from the divine. Do some good yoga, do some meditation. It will let you know why you are here. And then you will feel the real happiness, because from other perspective also, this time will be keeping you in mode, and it will be like the happiness which you have already felt in some of your past births. You will be like hoping to get the same kind of happiness in this life, which you will not be getting because you are more into materialistic owning responsibilities. You will be like zapped on taking all this responsibility. Don't think from that perspective. Think from a perspective that yes, I am here to do these good things. Stay separated. Do some makeover, right? Do good meditation. A very good time, because Ketu being here, from here only we connect to the divine. It will be carrying that kind of messages inside the body, and it is already in the dharmic sign of Jupiter. So as I have written here, if you understand it positively, things will go good, or if negatively, it will just create a heck lot of frustration. You'll be frustrated like anything for no reason. So it's a transformation time. Okay? Reform yourself, reform your body, reform your face, reform your styles, reform your swag. Okay? So do this. What's that song? Swag se karenge sabka swagat. So make a swag for Saturn and Ketu, and tell them that yes, I will owe the responsibility. Yes, I will make a makeover. I will be happy in this situation. I will be connecting to the right divine. I will not be thinking, God, why you have sent me? Take my life. I will not be like that. Why did you kill me? Why accident do not happen with me? Don't think like this. Think from a different perspective. That I am here to do this, whatever task you are doing. Feel that these tasks were the responsibility, heavy responsibilities, that these were my past life, unfilled karma which I am trying to do. And do it. Things will move fine. Avoid laziness. This will unnecessarily create resilience in you. It will also be creating different distance relation with your in your married life. And this may also get you to get into unhealthy relationship. Go for regular checkups, and people around you will have to face certain difficulties in life. Anything I'm missing in? No. Okay, so now let's go for Capricorn, which I'm starting from 5942. Somebody please note. Now it is going to be in your 12th house. Sleeping disorder. You will not be able to sleep. It is an unknown place, a spiritual place, foreign, jails, asylum, transformation, life, death, house it is. Now your mind will be into inertia, thinking this, that, continuously, and it will not let you sleep. Take proper sleep to restart your system. Your expenses will increase. The way you think about spirituality, about foreign travel, that foreign will be giving. If I go to a foreign country, I will be getting this, that, whatsoever, right? These kind of pattern will change. In case if your dasha is of Saturn, it may take you to a foreign country. In case if your dasha is of even Mangal, it can take you towards a foreign country. Now, struggle is the key of Capricorn, ascendant or Rashi. I have seen a lot of charts I see every day. And one more thing I missed on saying, people who already consulted me, they can check their charts by looking at the first thing I write, name, and then I write Lagn, this, Rashi, this. So in case you have already taken consultation from me, check from that perspective, okay, that which Lagn and which Rashi I am talking about. Okay, so now you will be changing the system. You might think, I should not go to Canada, I should go to Australia or US, or you might think that I will remember God. Not like this. I will remember God through spirituality into a different arena. I will go for yoga. There has been a recent research in the US, I guess. 50 people who were supposed to go for a heart surgery. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's a very encouraging numbers. 50 people who were looking for a heart surgery. The doctor in the US asked them to rect, I guess, Om or some, which mantra? Om Bhurvasya Swaha, the mantra which is Gayatri mantra. Interestingly, all these people do not have to go through a heart surgery. Only 5 went through a heart surgery. All were relieved without any operation and things went well. Then they also asked to read some mantra, and they did the operation without getting the person in senselessness. Okay, so these things are very good. Like, you might think of changing the way you have been God, or it's hanged. Okay, it's actually hanged. So what I was saying, so it's a very good time to change the thinking which Ketu is gonna bring from the past learning as it is in conjunction with. Okay, kids may suffer in terms of illness. Please take care of your health, because at one part it also talks about getting you to a hospital, getting some surgery done for you. On the other hand, it talks about traveling abroad. So both the things are there. You need to see what you are doing right now. If you are looking for a PR or something, try yoga. In case if you are suffering from some disease, this will move towards it, take you to a hospital. Financial losses, because your expenses gonna increase and health will decline. Stress is gonna be high, so take proper sleep. Do not compromise here, otherwise you will face a lot of trouble. So just go on the bed and sleep properly. Take the proper medicated hours of sleeping. Do not take unnecessary medicines for sleeping. Don't do that. Strictly don't do that. Take other way. As I said, it will change the pattern. In case if you are taking it, stop it and take some other way of sleeping. Put your hands above your navel point, both the hands like this, and just close your eyes. It will help you to sleep. Okay? Do some meditation. Do something. Don't go for a medicine at this time. Change the pattern of your sleeping. If you are not sleeping well, start sleeping well, because this will disturb you. Children who are like some minor one, but they may suffer from some illness. Do not start any new task as of now. Let the original be into a transformation, not closing and changing. Let the original task already, which is already going on, may change. 12th house, yes. It will change a lot of things of yours. A good time for changes. Take it positively. Do positive change. You might be extrovert, suddenly you will become introvert. If you are introvert, suddenly you will become extrovert. That kind of situation. Now let's go for Aquarians. Please, say sorry for my silence. I'm actually speaking since last 1 hour. Okay, speak slow. Just stay with me. Now Ketu, for Aquarius ascendant or Aquarius moon, it is gonna be in your 11th house post 6th March. Saturn already there, so it is already being slowly and gradually it is getting you connected to people, high class people, elder siblings, higher network group. But now Ketu also coming here, it will not like to be very much with them. And now you will be feeling burdened with these people. They will be pinging, talking, calling you a lot for advices and all these things. You might feel very why they are calling every time. So don't do that. Just be careful and speak precise the thing what they call for. Do not go on a long conversation, otherwise it will waste a lot of time of yours. Okay, Social circle, you may encounter some conflicts. Do not engage yourself in any kind of discussions on Facebook or here and there on any topic which is not related to you. You're not in politics, why you are necessarily getting engaged into political discussion and creating conflicts. Take care of your children's health. Students who are looking for admission in higher education institutions, it will again, I told about some other Rashi as well, it will create multiple efforts. It will require multiple efforts. You might fail in the first attempt, the second, third. The second attempt maximum you might fail to take the admission, but eventually will take that. And even post taking the admission, I have written post admission, you may think, if I have done right, is this course going to help me? It will benefit me or not? And a lot of these kind of things, of unnecessary things will be happen. Somebody will come in between, don't do this course before taking the admission. They will push you away. Don't take this course, it's useless. Use your brain, take advice of senior people. A lot of fun with friends, your social circle will expand. Be attentive. Ketu, do not hear. I don't care. I have my own work. So, this energy, here to your father, here to your senior, here to your bosses, and focus on the work. Just see what they are trying to say, take it as a responsibility and do that task. It's a time when you might get a new job or a promotion. So if you match up the energy properly, some balance between spirituality and materialism. So if you balance both the things, all the things for all the Rashis is gonna be great. Just balance these both the things. Do not be extreme materialistic towards things. Do not be extreme lethargic or extreme slow towards doing any task or living up the responsibilities, not taking responsibilities. Both the things you need to balance. It cannot be at one side, because at one side it may take you towards a different direction. You're not listening to your bosses. They're saying to take this responsibility, you say I don't want to take it. Or okay, and you don't do it. Your bosses will be angry. Your job and profession will be affected. At the same time, you don't owe responsibility anywhere in a social circle or anywhere. That particular thing will start squeezing. So both the things you need to make a proper balance of. Good in terms of career, success, happiness, and all these things is going to be good, but you just need to be very careful about it, and you have to just make a proper balance, nothing else. You must have watched, I am not suggesting any remedy. Saturn and Ketu, these people do not work for remedies. They have to give you the punishment, unbiased, they will give you. What you can do the best, you have just to get the balance. Somebody I have pinged, great. I asked him to log in and listen. For Pisces, your house of Saturn, there it is going to take a transit. Now is a time of actions. Okay? Now, you must have experienced in the last year as well. Yeah. Pisces would have experienced some in their gains, in their profits last year, but would have connected well. So here, not that great, because here it will be asking you to add, change departments. Here it will be asking you to add or change or cutting off job. It may separate you from the current job if you don't change, if you don't add, if you don't change the department. Okay, otherwise it will be acting as a cutter. And Saturn here will be throwing a lot of responsibility, because of which you will be trying to the responsibility right. The company will be trying to separate you from there. You might feel very disappointed and frustrated at this time at your workplace. You will be facing a lot of pressure at your workplace. This kind of situation will happen. You will not be able to take care of your family. Your mother may not be doing well and her health will. So overall, the message is to try and change if you're working in some other vertical, and this will be a time when it will be giving you that opportunity to change the current vertical of your job. Okay? Your relationship with your father and seniors may go for a toss, or it will also be reforming if it is already under a toss and a situation of a bad surrounding. It will be changing the relationship, the way you think about your father. This is a good time to change. I'm not saying just go back and change your job, but change the way of thinking towards your job. If you feel that you can do great in terms of training, teaching, opt it. If you think that you can do great in banking, and if you were thinking since long, do it. That kind of changes. It is not that you just change the company, so this will be the lowest impact. You can get separated, or yourself get separated. Say not help that much. Think of your current name, fame, status, your hobbies, your changes, whatever you want to do it. Okay. So that's all, friend. It's been a long time, 1 hour and 13 minutes of video, which you can just click for do it forward and then watch the complete video. So that's all, and don't miss to like the channel, subscribe the channel. People who are watching new, please like and subscribe the channel so that you can watch it, and also share the video so that other people can watch it. Heard somewhere sharing is caring, so care for people. You don't know who can get benefited at what part of time. So that's all, friend. Thank you for watching Astro Planetary Dance.